Good day, Minecraftians. PurpleMentat here, bringing you episode 5 of the Purple Garden, a Garden of Glass modpack. Last time, we discovered that we were 850,000 meters in one direction from spawn, leaving us in a place where floating point errors were going to cause us significant problems in the long run with calculating coordinates, which would add up to a lot of player-side lag for graphical stuff, and eventually potentially some nasty server-side lag. However it ended up, it was just going to be a problem. So we are now a comfortable less than 100,000 blocks, around 70,000 on X and Z from spawn, which is going to put us in a nice safe place where we'll be protected from floating point errors. We also left off where I was creating blazes to get blaze powder, and I believe I had planned on using flax to get wool, and then wool to get the market, and then the market to get cotton, and then cotton to get string. That is no longer going to work for me, because we have updated the pack such that you can no longer create wool out of flax, and you can no longer create string out of cotton. We would have removed the crops entirely, but we couldn't quite manage to make that work in a stable way quickly. It will continue to be investigated in the future. At the moment, we're just going to get rid of that one. Get rid of the recipes and let that serve. So if you want to generate your string and your pumpkins at maximum velocity, that's what we're going to be covering in this video, as well as hopefully getting into the Nether and checking out what we have in this area of the Nether. First off, we're going to cover crop growth. Crop growth is based on a couple of factors, and I'm going to attempt to link below the growth rate algorithm on the wiki article. You can look it up on tutorials crop farming on the Minecraft wiki yourself if I forget to. When a prop gets a random update tick, which random update ticks happen on average once every 82 seconds for each individual block. When it gets a random update tick, it has a percentage chance for that tick to be a growth tick. Every update, the crop plant will check the light level above it, which has to be at least 9. Alright, we're good there. Block the BL12, meaning that above us has to be, 11 or 13. If it is not at least 9, it cannot grow. It will then check that the what it is planted on and all of the blocks around it. If it is planted on dry farmland, that's 2 points, and if it's planted on hydrated farmland, that's 4 points. For the blocks around it, if each and every one of them is hydrated farmland, then each block is worth 0.75 points. If it is dry farmland, then each block is worth 0.25 points. If there are other plants nearby, it also takes a look at those. If the plants nearby are the same, then it is going to half the points unless they are planted only in straight rows, meaning you could have a row like this or a row like this, but not both, and you can't have anything diagonally. So for a pumpkin in particular, when it does get a growth tick, then it's going to check one of the 4 surrounding areas, and then check if that area is valid for growth. Therefore, to get the maximum rate of pumpkins, if you're actively paying attention and cutting down the pumpkins and then tilling the dirt with your shovel, you are going to want to have 1 pumpkin stem inside of 9 hydrated farmland. The algorithm ends up working out so that the 9 hydrated farmland gives it a growth chance of, let's see, that's 8 by 0.75 plus 4, or a total of 10 points. You take 25, divide by 10 to get 2.5, floor that to 2, add 1, and then divide 1 by the result. And I will post that formula above. What this means in total is that you have a 1 in 3 chance of every update tick in this situation being a growth tick, and every growth tick guaranteeing a pumpkin is generated. As an update tick comes every 82 seconds, you should have, on average, over a long enough time frame, a new pumpkin every 246 seconds or every 6 minutes. And I apologize for the awful noise that just came into the audio recording. Someone decided to drive into the garage that is attached to the building. Unfortunate fact of living in townhomes, and there it goes again. And the air conditioner kicked on at the same time. Anyway, the bottom line is that if you don't want to do all the math, if you've only got 1 pumpkin seed to work with, geez, that thing goes forever. You're going to want to make sure that you've got it inside of these 9 dirt here. Now, if you're hoping to expand by, say, using 1 hydrated farmland and 1 dirt and 4 pumpkin seeds, so 1 for each, your growth rate is going to go down significantly. Basically, what you're going to end up with is, instead of having the 1 in 3 chance for each 82-second on average random update to be a growth tick, you're going to have 4 points for the hydrated dirt underneath it, and let's say we'll just calculate the ideal of 1 in the middle of the row, so it'll have hydrated dirt on both sides. So a total of 5.5 points. So that would be 25 over 5.5 gets us 4. So you'll end up with a 1 in 5 chance of it being a growth tick, meaning you're only going to get a growth tick every, what was that, 82 by 5, or 10 divided by 60. You'll only get a growth tick every 7 minutes instead of about every 6 minutes. And only 1 in 4 of those growth ticks is going to end up producing a pumpkin. So you end up, instead of getting a pumpkin every 6 minutes, over the 4 of them, you end up with a pumpkin every 8 minutes. Just about. And, I mean, yes, this is all averages and math, and your short, low-yield anecdotal experiment could produce different results than that. But on average, over thousands and thousands of pumpkins grown, this is going to be the most efficient. Unfortunately, there's no accounting for luck. So you might just get unlucky. There's no controlling that. Alright, let's move on to working with our string situation. First thing first, we're going to want to create a way where we don't have to run over there and risk ourselves on our mob trap, and also risk the fact that creepers can see us sometimes, even with that little slab there, and if the skeletons see us and shoot us, then the attempt to shoot us and hit a creeper, well, we get an explosion, and then we got a leaking mob trap, and we got a bunch of items destroyed, and we have to fix it, and it's no fun. It just bleh. Let's avoid that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to dig up some of this dirt over here. I know I just told you we were getting the best growth this way, but I've taken the time in advance to prepare more than enough pumpkins for myself. Well, I say I've taken the time in advance. What I've actually done is abuse the fact that I was restarting this in creative mode to give myself the exact resources I would need to show you this. But, you know, same difference, right? Let's see. Where were we? We're making Bellathorn. These will use mana to kill monsters. They need 2 red mana petals, 2 mystic cyan petals, and a mystic red petal each. So let's take our mystic red petals over here and make ourselves 10 red mana petals. And, oh, I need a bowl. Still haven't remade one of those yet. Let's fix that now. Bump, bump, bump. Put our extra bowls in here. I'm also going to need to make a new mortar at some point. See? Pumpkin. By removing those 4 blocks, by the way, I am reducing my time slightly. Instead of having a 1 in 3 chance, let's see, 4 plus 0.75 times 4 is 7. 25 over 7 is 3. I have a 1 in 4 chance. So it'll take an extra 82 seconds per growth tick, more or less. And there we go. right. I didn't bring any seeds. That's okay. I've got plenty of extra pumpkins in my inventory. No need to run back and get more for now. And what else do we need? We need the redstone roots, which are made, if you do not remember, with redstone and long grass. Long grass received, of course, from bone meal. So, Petal Apothecary gets one of these, two of these, two of these, and one of these. And now, wham! Get some water, right click, and we're going to make a total of 5 of the Bellathorn. Because one Bellathorn cannot keep up with a witch in the system. This was learned, unfortunately, last time. And this will also just speed things up. It'll convert mana into monster drops faster. Alright, put you there, and you there. All the fun of playing on a server, right? And let's see, where did I put my excess cobble from this project? You're not what I'm looking for. That's okay. I've got my chisel on hand. If you want to get a good chisel, it's just a diamond and a stick, and diamonds are plentiful and cheap in this world. It's weird that diamonds are so not a thing to worry about here. Now, I have checked that all of these will be within range of our mana pool that we have set up there with 4 endo flames. And I'm not worried about using up so much of my dirt in this project, because we're going to have plenty very soon. And just a quick double check to make sure they all bound to the mana pool. Yes, they did. Good. And did you bind to a mana pool? No, you did not. Good. That's what I prefer. And all right. Now all we need to do is close this up. Right. Chisel. We're gonna chisel our cobblestone. This is just simple cobblestone used in a chisel into dark panel. There we are. And now we can get this dark inside. I still have these slabs up top. By the way, these are just simple chisel torches as well. Everything is being chiseled to make it pretty, except the dirt. There we go. Now, lots of monsters can spawn inside, and hopefully the Bellathorn will be able to... you know what I need? I need a lever. Okay, I need to go get sticks to get a lever. The Bellathorn should be able to stay on top of even the skeletons. Don't think it'll be much of a problem. If you have more dirt than I do, then you can probably get your pumpkins a lot faster, but I'm working with what I got here. You give me sticks so that I can make a lever. Oh, I need to use original recipe cobblestone for that. No problem. The great thing about the Hopper Hawk is it can be redstone controlled. So if I want to, say, make myself a bunch of blocks of charcoal for my endo flames to start producing mana, that's something that I can do and stop the Hopper Hawk from picking up anything during that time. Yep, you can already hear monsters inside. There you go. Maybe? Oh, these aren't bound to a mana spreader yet, so they won't pick up fuel. You know what? Let me show you a cool thing that we can do instead of binding them all individually. In the Lexica Botania, under mystical items, there's the Floral Obedience stick. All you need to do is attach some mana steel to living wood twigs, like so. Let me go get some mana steel real quick. I'm gonna need a bunch of it anyway. I'm gonna make a bunch of blazes. I'm gonna have to make more iron. Uh-oh. Are you out of mana? You are out of mana. That sucks. Alright, and drain off the last little bit of it for now. We'll take care of that later. We're gonna need a lot more mana generation before we're able to get to the Nether at this rate, because we're going to need at least... Actually, no, I don't need any mana steel to go to the Nether. I'm a derp. I just need... Oh, there we go. I made an extra stick. No problem. I'm just gonna need the bell pumpkins, which are not... Right. I'm gonna need to make extra iron now because I used all my iron to make mana steel. Derp. That's okay. So the great thing about the floral obedience stick, doesn't seem to have any effects like the wand, but if I right click this spreader, it will link all of the... Shift right click? There we go. It links every single nearby flower that can be linked to the spreader right there. I believe that it would work the same with the Hopperhawk and the mana pool, but I don't actually want that Hopperhawk bound to that mana pool just yet. There we go. And now this is producing mana, and you can hear the monsters dying. And as the monsters die... Oh, this guy's turned off. Let's turn him back on. You can see that the inventories are being filled up. Once this one is full, it will start filling up the other inventory. Really? Not even a little bit of string? Sigh. It can't fill up the mana pool just yet, because it's still filling up all of the Bellethorns inside. As you can see, these require quite a bit of mana. Huh. They should be generating mana by now. Or the mana should be getting filled up. Something weird's going on. Okay, there we are. Now they're full. Just wasn't updating properly. And I am going to need to supply that Hopperhawk with mana. As you can see that there were drops in the back that were not getting picked up. So, there we go. Now all I need to do is give it a bunch of time to generate all of the monster drops that I'm going to need. And you know what we're going to do? We're going to change that mana pool to accept mana from tablets, and we're going to toss our... Actually, we can't toss our tablet in there because we have it on top. We have it blocked off like that. Alright, no problem. So I might come build another Endoflame timer over here, but the problem is I can't tell this Bellethorn, this Hopperhawk, not to pick up a specific item quite yet. I'll be able to do that in the future, but not until after I've been to the Nether. So all that's left now is going to be farming up the drops that I need to get to the Nether, and killing the blazes that I need. As far as the blaze math goes, they drop between 4 and 6 blaze powder each. You're going to need 90 blaze powder to get to the Nether. This means that if you have really great luck, you'll be able to get there in as few as 15 blazes. But if you have really terrible luck, then you're going to need as many as 23 blazes to get there. Because iron becomes iron bars in groups of 16, like so, and each group of 16 iron bars can create 8 blazes, I've decided that I'm going to spawn first 16, and if I don't have really great luck, then 8 more to make 24 total blazes. Alright, so we'll be back once we have what we need to build our Nether portal. See you soon. So the good news is I've done the testing that you don't have to. The bad news is that multiple Bellethorns don't actually seem to kill things any faster. Specifically, witches are still clogging up my monster farm. I don't know what to do about that one quite yet. I guess I'm just gonna have to put a window in the backside so that I can come check for witches every now and then. But hey, I got some glowstone out of it. That's kind of neat. Maybe I can make use of that. What could I do with glowstone? Besides pretties. There's lots of pretties that I could do with glowstone. Lots of glimmering flowers. That's totally the best thing to do with it, right? Oh, boy. I could alchemize it into redstone. That doesn't seem very useful. Really, I think there might not be a whole lot that I can do right away. Huh. Interesting. Anyway, I'm gonna have to come over here and check for witches on the regular to make sure that they aren't causing problems. It's a bit of a shame that they don't, the Bell of Thorns don't all do oh hey, look at that glass bottle. That is a really good drop. That I can make good use of right away. Oh, I noticed one thing that I forgot to create for myself. I forgot to give myself my chickens back. So, there we go. Chickens. Yay! Alright, let me get together what I need to make best use of this glass bottle. See you soon. Alrighty, we have ourselves a tiny little blaze kill area that I'm going to be using. I decided that since I need a temporary structure anyway, I might as well build it out of smooth stone next to my orchid, which I had to move over here because it was too far away from my mana pool and I don't have real easy long distance mana transit quite yet. So if I needed a temporary structure, well, why not set it right here? Blazes die super easy if you spawn them one at a time and jump right on them. With just a regular Mana Steel sword, you can kill them before they can do any damage to you, unless you're standing so close that they hit you in melee, which you want to avoid. But that's why you have these two blocks here. You can keep yourself far enough away just by standing a little to the side and going like that. Oh, never mind. That was a little too close apparently, but you get the idea. Pretty easy. Let's see if we can get really lucky with our 16 blazes, or if we need to go for 24. Alright, 11 more to go. This is a very simple process if you just prepare in advance. You have the alternative of spawning a bunch... Uh-oh. I need that. Thank you. Oh, I'm on fire. Recommendation, do not hit the throw item button while you're trying to fight blazes. It doesn't work out in your favor. Wow, I'm almost halfway there. That's actually pretty fantastic. I lost my train of thought as well. I was talking about something, and it's gone now. Forever. So let's just get the rest of these dead. Start making ourselves some obsidian, shall we? There we go. Looks like we're not going to quite make it, judging by where we're at so far. That's not right. That's okay. We'll just kill the one up front first. You want the little roof on there to make sure that they don't fly away. 86, so very close. Well, I'm probably not going to bother making a bunch more then. I'll just probably only kill one or two more to get the bare minimum that I need. Yeah, actually, if I have 86, one more guarantees that I'll have exactly enough, at a minimum, to get to the Nether. I'll have some extra iron bars, but that's not a terrible thing. They actually have some really neat cosmetic options in Chisel. There we go. That makes 92. And we're going to use our blaze powder to... There we are. Blaze lamps. 10 of them. And now all I need to do is get them down with my pure daisy. Now, the obsidian would be an issue, except your Mana Steel pickaxe can handle obsidian. I don't know if it can handle everything from that tier, but it doesn't have a problem with obsidian at all. Plus, it's not exactly hard to get your hands on a bunch of diamond now, is it? Alright, any further string that we have is going to be going into creating more of the Cocoon of Caprice. I'm going to be expanding the platform a little further that way, so, or, I don't know, I'm probably going to be starting to build separate islands for things and keep this as the main, like, processing and mana generation area. But I want to get a nice set of farm paddocks going. I'd really, really, really like to get some sheep, especially, because sheep are going to be the trick to get me easy string in the future by converting it back into string, making use of the alchemy catalyst that I'll be able to get once I come back from the Nether. And most importantly, If I take a look at wool, you will see that I can make use of wool with redstone and note block to create the sound mufflers. Maybe, come on, where are they? Alright, fine. I didn't see them as I flipped through. From the sound muffler plus mod. Note block, redstone, and 7 wool of any type will get you a sound muffler. We added that in entirely because the ore child is just too dang loud. It's way out of whack with everything else in terms of volume level on block volume. But that's okay. That's why we have an answer for that. There was no answer directly in Botania, or we would have used that. Then again, I suppose the answer is build the ore child not directly next to you, so you don't have to hear it all the time. But there's also people that just hate the sound that monsters and animals make. All right, I'm gonna build myself a little area for the Nether portal, and we'll get that set up, and I'll show you how to light it. Back soon. All right, Nether portal built. Let me show you, first off, how we're going to light that, and secondly, why I'm so excited to have that glass bottle. And then we are going to wrap up in next episode is going to be our exploration of the Nether. Where are you? Here we go. Glass bottle. Fill with water. Set it aside for now. Make yourself a fishing rod. Oh, I need more string than I have on hand. No problem. Where's my smoothies? I let myself have the melon smoothies, even though I haven't done the proper generate snow in an all-ocean biome. Wow, it goes from ocean to deep ocean, just in case you forgot just how much ocean there was. Here we go. Fishing rod. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Toss that on there with some bone meal and some sugar cane made by tossing a hay bale into a mana pool. I'm going to make another one just so that I have an extra on hand, so that later on we can grow it. I said, don't think I can plant it on farmland. Wait, can I plant it on dirt? I can. Awesome. All right, sugarcane. Have fun. Grow. And which means that my extra can go in there for now. And then we give this a whack. And now we are creating a rune of water. I just realized the runic altar here is a really bad idea because things can get ejected off of the edge. That's okay. Man, that mana pool's getting low. Have I cooked up any stone recently? Nope, I'm running out of resources. That's alright. We're good. Now, we put our rune of water with a living wood twig and a water bottle to create the Rod of the Seas. Oh yeah, I've got plenty of mana in my tablet. There we go. The Rod of the Seas is our infinite water source. As you can see, bam, it creates water at the cost of mana. Very happy about that. This is your only option to get an infinite water source at this point because you can no longer remove water from the Petal Apothecary with a bucket. Now, one final tool that we're going to make before we head off, put these runes of water away, is the Rune of Air, which with a living wood twig and a feather turns into the Rod of the Skies, which lets you kind of fly. When you right-click it, it sends you flying off into the sky and allows you to land safely. That's it. Okay, apparently Jengold is listening into me record. Let's see what he has to say about this. Hang on. So the option that he was pointing out was one from Pan's Harvest Craft that will be removed as soon as the next version updates. We are not going to be shortcutting around Vazki's intended Rod of the Seas with Pam's Harvest Craft, water barrels, stone basins, clay jugs, and brick wells. It's 6 iron ingots and 3 logs. Yeah, that's way too cheap to get infinite water in a pack that requires either a lucky drop from a witch or going to the Nether and getting your sand. Anyway, that out of the way, let's work on actually lighting that obsidian nether portal. What we're going to want is the fire charge made with coal or charcoal, blaze powder, and gunpowder. Wait, blaze powder. No! I need to kill another blaze. Don't I? I had exactly enough, I think. I don't think I had even a single extra blaze powder. Let's find out if I... Oh, I had one extra. Fantastic. There we are. Fire charges. And now we'll have a working nether portal. But before I dive in... I don't have any... I only have this cobblestone on hand. That's fine. I want one more cosmetic addition to that nether portal. Since I got lucky and found some... Man of Steel. Found a bit of glowstone from a witch, which I am surprised at and was not meant to happen, but very happy it did. We'll take our torches. You know what? We're going to change the torches to something that's more obvious in the nether, like... Oh, I don't know. How about these white paper lanterns? Yeah, those should stand out pretty good. I like to use torches as my breadcrumbs when I'm in the nether. It allows me to see where I've been and keep track of how to get back to the portal. And something high visibility will make that even easier. What else? We can get rid of you and you. And I don't need you anymore. Get rid of you. And get rid of you. Yeah, there we go. I think I've pared myself down to the bare basics I'm going to need for some nether exploration. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to generate a bunch more cobblestone before we go into the nether. Apologies for the air conditioner kicking on right there quite so powerfully. Let's grab out our stone, and you know what else I want? I want a purple petal, I want a bowl, I want a stick, and I want a plank. Because I want to make myself a new mortar, so that I can turn the purple mana petal into a purple floral powder. We're going to take that stone and use it to surround a bunch of one piece of glowstone dust to create anti-blocks, and then we're going to use that powder to dye the anti-blocks purple. Why? Because I want purple glowy blocks on my nether portal. Oh, they only look glowy. I mean, they're great for things like pixel art, but I thought with the glowstone inside of them, they would be actually glowy instead of only apparently glowy. That's okay. We can put you on the... well, first thing we're going to do is light that fire. Okay, yeah, the portal doesn't put off any real light. Second thing we're going to do is we're going to put that torch right there. Nice little hidden torch. That'll do. Alright folks, hope you've enjoyed the episode. We are out of time for today. If you have, leave me a thumbs up. Let me know what you liked. If you have not, leave me a thumbs down and tell me what you'd like me to do better next time. Either way, if you want to see more of these videos, please click subscribe, and I'll see you next time.